Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Too Short to Care. And today I'm here with my amazing co host, Alyssa. Hi, Alyssa. And
Hi.
yeah, we're just here excited to finally catch up because let's see, the last time we recorded, I don't know, we did pretty well actually, Alyssa, considering
Yeah,
that you had a very massive event happening in your life. I think we're pretty on
yeah.
schedule overall, but it has been too long because I think we did maybe miss one of our live streams. We're probably off a little bit. I think I messed that up. But
No,
anyway,
no, no.
are we on
Listen,
schedule?
we've both had crazy schedules.
So crazy lately.
I think we might just be like a week behind. I
That's not
think that's the
bad.
only thing.
That's not
Yeah,
bad. We're like
yeah.
boss bitches, honestly. Like the fact, like, I mean,
Guys, for those who don't
yeah.
know, I had open heart surgery 3 weeks ago, exactly from today. It was an 11-hour procedure, apparently.
Good
I
lord.
remember none of it.
Yeah.
Um, and like, I was still in the hospital, I think. And I sent Noelle a voice memo, or I think I had just got out maybe. And I was
Hey.
like, hey girl, if you want to record this week, we totally can. And Noelle sends me back a voice memo. And she's like, of course you would say that, Alyssa. She's like, of course you're
Dude,
like, hey, it's not even like a week out. And I'm like, y'all, you want to record like this
literally, you guys
procedure?
know how it ended. The end of Alyssa's message reminded me of Pretty Little Liars. Shayna literally laughed out loud when she heard it. Alyssa goes, I'm back, bitch. At the very end message. I was like, and this is after, see, this is something we said we were going to talk about in the podcast. I'm going to go ahead and do it now because it's relevant. The
Yeah.
anxiety that I had when this girl was having surgery, man, I didn't know it was going to be this bad, okay, like for my anxiety. And I was trying to be all cool before because I'm like, my friend's doing something like crazy and brave, and I gotta be like, it ain't about me, you know what I mean? But as soon as she was like out of contact with everybody and under, I was like spiraling. And I was like, Shayna, I haven't gotten an update. Shayna, do you think she's okay? And then texting our friend Blake, who's in the medical field, being like, is this normal? And having him analyze the updates we were getting in a group chat that thankfully Alyssa set up because I would have been like falling
Oh my
apart without this.
gosh.
So, yeah, it was funny because my first response to Alyssa was like, first of all, what the hell? Second, did you get my message? I tried to telepathically communicate with you when you were under.
That's a
And
true friend.
she was like, girl,
That's
no, but like the fact that you tried, that's like,
I should yeah, no, I
yeah,
should have known Noelle would
yeah.
try to contact
You just
me.
you got to do something, you know,
Because
like, okay, I'm sending the
granted
vibes.
yeah, granted they had me knocked out for like 4 days. Um,
Yeah,
Mostly because apparently I was trying to fight them, and I've never done that before, or they've never told me I did that before.
yeah,
But I was like, "Get this tube out, man. I'm ready to get back to business." And
yeah.
they were like, "No, girl, you just went through like an 11-hour procedure." They were like, "Her body needs to rest." And I'm over
Yeah.
there like, they literally restrained me. They put me in restraints, and I'm like shimmying down, like trying to get them out still. And they're like, "What is she doing?" Like, they tried to knock me out, and apparently I was like, "No, I gotta get back. I gotta get back to Noelle in the real
Just gotta get this.
world.
We got podcasts to record. Like, I don't have time
I
for
got
this.
a podcast to record, guys. I can't have this tube down my throat."
What did you say, Alyssa, about, didn't you tell your mom, like, you seriously told your mom, like, oh, I mentioned me and Noelle would record in the hospital. Like, didn't you, like, attempt
I
to, like,
did,
even
yeah. I
contact
told
me
my
sooner
mom.
than you did?
Yeah. I was well, honest to God, I would have been like completely way better.
Yeah.
But I had those mouth sores, and
Yeah.
legit, like I got stress ulcers apparently, and I couldn't eat or like drink, and that was really like I was hangry. And I was like, they're just
Man.
like, you need to eat, you need to eat, and I'm like, bitch, it hurts. Like
Yeah.
I was so over like the hospital staff being like, oh my god, she's not eating. I'm like, do you see these? And like a
Yeah.
few of the nurses were like, wait, let me see them. And they would look in my mouth and they're like, oh my God. I'm like,
Ugh.
exactly. So
Yeah,
like
man.
I would have probably been fine like literally like the week after. I would have been like,
Yeah.
hey, yeah, were in the hospital, girl.
Yeah.
But those mouth ulcers were like, it was hard to talk and everything. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Are they better now? Did they heal?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
thankfully. There's like
Good.
one on the side here, but like they gave me this like lidocaine stuff to swish around in my mouth. But
Yes.
honestly, what helped me the most was like the vinegar and salt water,
Yeah.
old Appalachian remedies.
Yeah.
Um,
Get rid of that
it
bacteria.
burns,
Yeah.
it burns like crazy whenever I would like gargle it,
Yeah.
but it got rid of the one like that was like right in the center that was like preventing me from being able to
Mm.
even like swallow water.
Oh,
So
dude,
yeah,
that's
that was the
miserable.
worst part about
Yeah.
the open heart surgery.
That's hey, listen, honestly, I mean it sounds miserable, but we're happy that
Yeah,
that was the worst part. Yeah, like that was a kind of a crazy experience. And maybe we'll like dive a little bit deeper into it when we get to like the mental health section, like from like
yeah,
both perspectives. But just on the outside, I just want to say like having like because when Alyssa first went through this, I didn't know her well yet. I met her right after her first surgery. So this
yeah.
was my first time like having a close friend like go through something like that. And I was like, man, I'm crazy. Like honestly, like I would like go about my day and
No,
be like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And then all of a sudden I'd be hit with like the remembrance that it's happening and I'm like, you think she's okay. It's like
not
this
so bad because yeah, like my family had to deal with it, and I was like, I don't know, I was knocked out for days.
yeah.
I'm like, I don't remember.
Just vibing on the in the
Yeah,
unconscious plane.
I was high on morphine. Yeah,
It's like the living people can't reach you, the dead people can't reach you, nobody can reach you. You're just like
in
completely out of
between.
service, off the grid.
It was
Yeah,
a nice little break.
yeah, yeah. Alyssa, you've had a lot going on this year. You literally bought a house and we're dealing with moving and then had that. How are you feeling with
Yeah,
everything?
on top of that, I got diagnosed with the MPS 6, which I had the infusion today. That's why this is here.
Okay,
And then
okay.
I got kittens, guys. I've done way
Yay!
too much this year.
Yes.
But yeah, I feel like I can breathe again, but also I'm having to deal with doctors more right now because I am on blood thinners. And that's why that procedure went so long because I wanted them to just repair the valves. And I found a surgeon that actually like just tried to do that. And then that didn't work. And so they had to go back and replace my mitral valve. So that's why it took so long. And that's why I think the recovery like took longer. Because when I was 16, I was out of the hospital in 4 days. They just sent me
Yeah,
home. They were like, girl, you're doing
that's
great.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So this time they were way more careful because of my like new diagnosis. And I
Yeah.
was really worried that I was like, don't let that prevent me from like waking up faster and getting the tube out fast. Um, so I don't know if that's why they kept me out or if they were like, if like, the procedure being that long and then them having to do, he was like, you pretty much went through like two major surgeries instead of one. So I think they were just like, let's be safe and keep her out,
Yeah.
which, I appreciate. But like when I woke up, I was like, literally like, where am I? I couldn't speak. I didn't know how to communicate. Like my mom would ask me questions and I'm like, I don't know. She's like, what is wrong with you? like they just would ask me simple things. They're like, what do you want to eat? And I'm like, I want something. And they're like, what do you want? And I'm like, I can't think of it.
It's
like,
like, bro, what do you mean?
so
What do I want? Yeah.
I think it was just like I think they just like literally medicated me so hard to keep me
Yeah.
knocked out that when I came to, I was just like, oh
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, it's I've done a lot, so I'm happy to have it
It's
over.
impressive. We
Yeah,
talked like was it the day after you got back or 2 days after you got back? It was pretty close that we just did a
yeah,
casual call to catch up because like
yeah.
we're also real friends guys, so we don't only talk on the podcast or live streams. And we were like, we can record today, but there's just so much we need to talk about off the record. Like, let's just catch up. And honestly, I have to say I was like very pleasantly happy and surprised with how well you seemed like you felt after that.
Yeah.
Like I was like,
That's
because I don't know what I
everyone's
was.
like
I
shocked.
mean. Yeah, I was really genuinely surprised, which I'm like, I'm sure that like my dumb ass is just like thinking like the worst case scenario, but like it was just
Yeah,
nice to hear you like feel okay. Like you
yeah.
sounded like your normal self, you know what I mean? So it
That's
was
yeah,
just
that's my aunt. One of my aunts was like scared to call me. And she would call my sister and be like, "How's she doing?" And my sister's like, "She's in Lexington. Like, call her and ask
like
her. I don't know." And so she called and I was like, "Hey," and she's like, "You sound like yourself." Like,
yeah.
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 But I get it, like,
Yeah.
because I mean, it is a major surgery, and then it's
Yeah.
funny because like, the infusions the past few weeks, last week I went and I was like, "Yeah, I'm like 2 weeks out," and they're like, "Of open heart surgery?" I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Oh my god." Like,
Yeah.
everyone acts like I'm doing, like, amazing, but, like, I think I'm just somebody, like, I push myself,
Yeah.
you know, because we
Yeah.
both push ourselves, like, to the
Yeah.
limit,
Yeah.
and it's funny because like, I try not to, like, dwell on it, and I feel like a lot of people are, like, scared
Yeah.
after having surgery, um, but I feel like I've been through so many surgeries that
Yeah.
I know my limit, so,
Fair.
that's one
Yeah.
good thing, I guess, but, yeah,
Yeah.
like, I'm taking the restrictions very seriously, like, with lifting and, like, using my arms to, like, push myself up, but also, like, the physical therapist was like, "You know your own limits," and she's like, "You know what feels good and what doesn't." So she
Yeah.
was like, "Just go with it." So today actually was the first time I got in Dan's truck without being extra because I've had to get in Dan's truck. I am 4 foot tall, guys. So to get in Dan's truck, I've had to have him put a step stool out because I can't like
Yeah.
pull myself up.
Oh
But
yeah.
today was the today was the first day. I was like, I think I could do it without a step stool, and Dan's like, no. Like, Dan's like, oh my god, no. But like I
Yeah.
like climbed up with just my leg and then
Yeah.
just kind of like, used both my upper body and lower body and like
Yeah.
it didn't hurt at all. So I was like,
Good. Yeah.
that's yeah. So I'm like, you kind of learn every day that you get stronger, which
Yeah.
is nice. But I feel like a lot of people are just like terrified to, do too much.
Right.
Yeah, but like I've walked my flight of stairs and stuff, and some days I am like, why am I so exhausted from just like walking upstairs? And then I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that's normal right
Yeah.
now. But
Yes.
I try to just forget about it and go about my
Yeah.
business.
No, that's fair. I mean, no, I think that's good. It's like, well, it's a balance, it sounds like, it's not like you're out there like trying to do
Yeah,
cartwheels or like,
yeah,
playing hockey or something, but like, I
yeah,
don't know why that's what my brain thought of. But but like also, yeah, you don't want to go on the opposite end where you're like scared of everything because then like that's not
yeah,
really good for your body either. You want to like
exactly.
keep use of your body and make sure it's used to that still. So I think
And they
that's
actually
good.
say like walking and stuff is like the best for recovery, just so you're like
Yeah,
continuing to move and
that makes
you don't
sense.
just get pneumonia or anything. So yeah.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, awesome. I'm so glad. That makes me so happy. Um
Yeah.
yeah, I don't have any like cool updates for my like catch up really. I mean, I have a few that like I'm not going to talk about yet,
Yeah.
but I mean, really it's just
Elle's
been
got some cool stuff going on, okay?
yeah,
But
I
she
do.
can't
You guys just can't know about it yet. So like get excited,
you'll
I
find out
guess.
someday.
Yeah, eventually. Someday. But I mean, mostly work. I'm not gonna lie, it's been mostly work and content creation. I made a Toasting Norks talking mental health that I'm gonna release about this a little bit, but like I felt bad because I haven't been a great friend lately because unfortunately I like a lot of people. And when you like a
Yeah,
lot of people, um and you're busy and you're stressed with your own stuff, it's hard to get back to everybody. So I have felt like a little bit of a bad friend lately overall, especially because I continue to make content and stream because I'm more of an introvert. So like those things help
yeah,
me, but then I'm like, oh, I'm out here doing these things and people are probably like low key, like why isn't she
yeah.
texting
No,
me
I feel
back?
the
And it's
same
like,
way. I'm
do
like,
you get that?
I'm
Yeah.
posting, yes. I'm
Yeah.
posting and people are like, "Oh, I saw your TikTok," and I'm like, "I'm so
Yeah,
sorry." I'm
yeah,
like,
it's like
"I'm not
it's
texting you
different.
back."
It's a different kind of energy when you're an introvert, you know what I mean? Like if you're an
Yeah,
extrovert, it's different because it's not draining,
Yeah.
but like even though I love people, it just like it takes a lot out of me to
Yeah.
socialize. So, but it doesn't take anything out of me to like create. Like that's my outlet. So it's almost like
Yeah.
I'm doing that more because it helps me
Yeah.
through the heavy stuff and the stress and all that. So, um
Yeah.
yeah, anyway, I felt like a little bad about that lately, but because there's just so much going on. But then I have to remind myself that like I'm just in a different phase of life. I used to be able to be the person who just like talked to everybody all the time and was like, there
Yeah.
for everybody and whatever. And like I'm kind of having to just be there for myself right now and my little family. You know what I mean? And like, prioritize that, and then a little bit of the other stuff, but just not as much as normal. So kind of dealing with that is a thing. But yeah, I mean, I've picked up extra work outside of work. I just doing a lot of work, but I enjoy what I do, so it's fine, and it's good for
Yeah.
me, and it's like stuff that's helping me grow because I'm actually doing different kinds of things that I don't do on the daily and stuff like that. So, um, that's been cool. But yeah, it's mostly just been that and live stuff, but no major updates. But I'm fine with that. We'll just
Yeah.
yeah.
Listen, I say that all the time. I'm like, I wish my life was boring. I need my life to be more boring. But
Yeah. But sometimes, well, I mean, we gotta have good stories, Alyssa. Like, what would we do without you? You know
exactly,
what I mean?
exactly.
Like, we gotta have something.
Yeah,
There's
if
always going to be
anything,
entertainment.
if anything, anytime I step outside, you're gonna get a crazy story from
Mm.
me.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Also, I think this company is called The Real. They spell it weird, but if they want to sponsor me, I found this sugar-free naturally sweetened tea from Aldi that's also low caffeine, and I cannot do caffeine to save my life. It absolutely destroys me. So if they want to sponsor the podcast, sponsor us, I won't be mad. I'll see if I can tag their product. Anyway.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna send them an email and be like,
Mm-mm.
hey, sponsor our podcast.
Yeah, this raspberry is really good. I love raspberry and peach tea, but I try to watch my
Yeah,
sugar intake because I have bad teeth. So, and I also can't do a bunch of artificial sweeteners because they hurt my stomach. So this was pretty exciting
yeah.
to see. It's just stevia and monk fruit, which
Oh
are the
yeah.
healthy
Oh yeah.
ones. Oh my gosh, does Shayna know she's making that much noise with the dishes? I'm trying to see if she hears me. Those are like dishes crashing. I was like, what is happening?
Jana, the weather girl should be quiet until we need the
Speaking of
weather
which, oh, that's a
update.
good. You know what? I'm glad you said that. Did
Yeah, how
you?
was your anxiety the other day with
Yeah, you
the
heard about
storm?
our town getting the tornado warnings, your hometown? Did you guys have it bad
We
too?
yeah, our electric went out for like 16 hours.
16 hours. Okay, somehow we
Yeah,
kept power, but I don't know if you saw on Facebook me post that giant tree that got destroyed. But like
I didn't. Oh my
literally
God.
like okay, so we got tornado warnings, guys. And we got two in my county. My county literally had two. So the whole county was covered in two separate tornado warnings. So there was no escaping it. I don't have a basement. And me and Shayna are both pretty scared of storms. She's very scared of storms. I also am. It's just not as bad as it used to be. But
Yeah,
we got the strongest room in our house is our bathroom. So we got my mom because she had come home from work. My dad was still at work. We got all the cats in the house. We even brought the outside dog into the garage so she would be
oh
in shelter because it made me nervous. And
yeah,
we all just stood in the bathroom for the tornado warning. But the thing is that the tornado warning started at 5 and it did at 5:45, but the bad weather didn't start till like 5:50. So like we waited and waited and nothing was really happening, and then all of a sudden when it happened, it happened. And it was like wailing outside. Like I was about to think, you know how like they say if you hear a train to run because that's what a tornado
yeah.
sounds like?
That's
It was
yeah.
close to sounding that bad. Like the wind was whistling. And I was like, and literally, Shayna covered her ears for a while, thank God. And me and mom just looked at each other and were like, this is not good. But we were trying to be
Yeah,
calm because of her.
yeah,
So, like, it was rough, but somehow our power stayed on. It flickered several times, but it stayed on. I know my
yeah,
grandmother lost power and was still without it the next day because
yeah,
something actually came down really close to her house on her power lines. So I don't know if
yeah,
it ever got restored or how long that took. I needed to ask my mom about that. But yeah, it was really scary actually.
yeah.
And everybody ended up being okay, but there was a funnel cloud that was spotted in the town the town that's really close to us in the same county, Alyssa. I don't know if
Yeah.
you saw that picture, but somebody took a picture of it
Yeah.
and it was horrifying.
Yeah.
So I guess that has been up. That's a story I could have told. That happened recently. Yeah. Yeah.
My uncle called me like right after it hit here and he was like, "How was your first tornado as a homeowner?" And I was like, "I ain't even gonna lie, we've been on the third story the whole time." Like,
Oh
we
my
didn't even go
god,
downstairs to
Alyssa.
the basement.
That's
I was
so
like, "Yeah,
funny.
we're fine."
Oh god, listen, if we had a basement, she would be so thrilled. My dad has said he's gonna help us eventually build a storm shelter because we just can't like
Yeah.
yeah. Which I mean, in the holler, it's not too bad, but still,
Yeah.
it's yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah, it's a whole thing. Not a
I
good
do
time.
have
So yeah.
another crazy exciting thing that happened that I
Mm,
texted you.
mm,
Um, the other
yes,
night before this, it was literally the night before the tornado and the electric went out. Okay. I was like, what the fuck is
bad
happening?
energy right now.
Um,
Yeah.
crazy energy. I hear like six pow, 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 pow. And I was laying in bed and I was like, God, I hope that's fireworks.
Lord.
And Dan is playing video games and he's like, what? Huh? And I was like, did you not hear that? And he's like, I think so, maybe. I'm like, okay. I was like, well, I hope to God that's fireworks. And then all of a sudden I hear like a million sirens. And I was like,
Oh
that
my
wasn't
god.
fireworks. That was
Oh
not
my god.
fireworks. And so
It's crazy.
literally I sent Noelle, did I send you the picture?
Yes,
Maybe I didn't.
you
Okay.
did. Yeah.
I sent the video, like, the outside of our house is just, like, red and blue lights, like, it looks like they're, like, surrounding our house just because they're parked, like, all up on the street next to us and then in front of our house, and, I kept, like, refreshing, like, the neighbors app, and then I was,
Yeah.
like, trying to find articles on, like, what's going on our street, and finally I found, somebody had non-fatal wounds.
Whew.
But, like, at first, me and Dan were like, "Oh, somebody definitely, like, is
Oh,
deceased,"
I would have
'cause
thought that too. Yeah.
there was, like, an ambulance, a fire truck, like,
Well, that's
10 police
multiple
cars,
shots
like
too, which is not good. I don't know
yeah,
how to like this is pathetic, but I've never cuz my first thought was like I'm sure if you had a scanner it would say, I don't even know how to use a police scanner. Where do you even
me either.
go? Are there
Me either.
apps? Like I think there are apps now instead. Like I don't understand how it works, but people like live
One
by
of
that
our
stuff like
one of our
and I've
friends,
never done it.
like, always has a police scanner on.
Yes.
Um,
Literally runs a
my dad
page too with like updates and everything. I'm
my dad
like,
was
they
like,
should be
"You need
paying
to
her
tell her
for
to add,
that.
like"
Somebody should pay her for that, genuinely, because she's better at it than like, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, my dad's like,
yeah.
"Tell her to add your city." I'm like, "Okay,
Mm,
dad."
mhm. Honestly, that's true. Yeah, how that's the thing. Yeah, God, could you imagine trying to keep up with multiple scanners? Oh my God. It's crazy how much comes through in the one in our hometown. I'm like, what is going on in this place? Like, I would not think that that much is happening, but it
It's
is
always entertaining. It's always
all the time.
entertaining.
Always something. There was one the other day that was hilarious. Those would be kind of funny to read through because like we wouldn't have to disclose where they're at. But there was literally one that was
Yeah.
like naked man running down alleyway or something. I was like, what? Where? What? Who witnessed this? Oh my god. Anyway, that would be horrible. Not something I would want to be a part
Fine.
of. Yeah, God. Anyway, that was probably one of our best catch up sessions ever. Like one of our longest. Oh my god, it's 24 minutes, and that was our intro.
We had a lot to
That
catch
was
up on.
that was like one of the best ones. Yeah. Okay. I guess we should jump into the comments segment because we have a lot of mental health stuff to talk about too. And a little bit of Pretty Little Liars. Pretty Little Liars might be a little shorter today, but we do have some stuff there. So, um, comment reactions. So our reactions to comments we've gotten. Alyssa, do you want to start? I have a couple. I think you have some.
Yeah,
Let's hear
let's
them.
see. Okay, so this one's from like a video I put out, I want to say like 6 years ago. I
Oh
don't even know.
shit!
It was
Damn.
years ago. Yeah, it was years ago. And
Okay.
it was how I went blind from eye surgery. Or that's like, I think that's the gist of the title.
Yeah.
And someone commented, let me see. Your speaking skills are up. It feels good to see you speaking. I pray for you. And I was like, what? My speaking skills are up? Like, this is a 6-year-old video. So I was like, okay, all right. I don't know
I
what that's
pray for
about. I don't
you.
know if this person knows me. Yeah, yeah. It was like, oh, your speaking skills are up. I pray for you. I'm like,
I see
okay,
that. It feels
oh
like
my
one of
god.
those passive aggressive I pray for yous. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you doing? Praying that my speaking
I pray for
skills
you.
continue to rise? I don't know. This is me.
And then in one of my lives the other day, somebody was like, can I use your name and photo for my satanic ritual? And I was like, I don't know if you want that because my soul don't seem to be that pure. And I think it's usually like a pure soul that you need. So I'm probably not the best for that. Um, yeah, that was one of the weird ones in the live. You get
Can I
weird comments in the
for
lives,
my
but
satanic ritual? Oh my god, no! Keep the
like
demons
go for
away.
it.
That's disgusting. Why would we do that? I mean, I
Yeah,
know we talk about religious trauma a lot, but that's one thing I align with them on. Keep the demons out. We don't want it. Keep your Satan to yourself, okay?
I'm a non-believer.
We do not need your Satan. I'm not interested. Oh
Yeah,
my
I
god,
was
what a
like, I don't think
weird.
you want my soul for that. But
That is wild. Oh my god. Okay, well, um, honestly, mine are both really short and really rude, okay? So just bear with me here. The
oh
first one
no.
is you should just stop talking in general. Um, okay. And the next one is literally MFs be posting anything these days.
It's true. It's true.
So one of my peeps, so thank
Oh
you if you
god.
see this, commented back and was like, "Yeah, I like your comment" to that person, and I was like, "Heh." I just said loser to them and they didn't reply. I was like, sometimes I just feel like being as dumb as they are.
Same.
So yeah, those were my two amazing comments. I did get a funny one yesterday, and I was surprised YouTube was promoting this video because this Let's Play part went out like 6 months plus ago. But it was a Spider-Man video game playthrough, and I guess where I have red hair, somebody said Mary Jane Watson playing Spider-Man because MJ is in Spider-Man, and I guess because I have red hair, I don't know. It was not a bad quote or a bad comment. It was just funny and random because I was like, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess.
Like,
Thank
thank you.
you, thank you. I think it's almost like when people call me Paramore. Somebody did once comment on one of my Spyro videos and was like, "Wow, I didn't realize Paramore was so passionate about Spyro." Haha, just kidding. I was like, dude, if
Thank
anybody
you.
compares me to Haley Williams, I am counting that a
Right? Yeah,
positive. So
you're like, oh my
yeah,
god.
like, thank you, thank you. Yeah. So
Yeah,
they're
most of the
my
time when people are like,
comments.
you look like this person, I'm like, I don't even want to know.
Oh,
I don't even
sometimes
want
I'm
to
scared to
know.
look it up. Like every time it's happened, it's been positive, but I'm always afraid that it's not going to be. Do you know what
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean?
like,
Like I'm like, is this a trick? Like, because I almost never know who they're talking about. Like I knew in
that's
that
what I
case because
mean.
it pertained
Yes.
to Spider-Man, but like a
Yeah,
lot of times it's just like I'm like, who? Because
it's
I am
random
not.
people, and I'm like, I
Yeah, I'm
don't want to
not caught
know.
up in. I'm not caught up on pop culture
I'm
or
gonna get my
anybody
feelings
relevant.
hurt.
Yeah. Literally. Sometimes they will, man. They'll come at you. They'll come at you.
Yeah,
Oh God.
yeah,
Um. Okay. So moving out of comment reactions to our biggest segment, which may not. It might be the same as our intro today. Um. Religious trauma or mental health. Lots of things I want to talk about, but I thought it would be cool to start to pick like back up where we kind of left off in the intro with some things that we were
yeah,
talking about, maybe like a little bit of a deeper dive with, just health anxiety is going to tie in a lot to what I have to talk about today too, just in
yeah,
general. But I know I had talked about like as a friend having anxiety, right? About your friend, whatever.
yeah,
And I feel like some of that is PTSD because I think like my brain, and you may like understand this in like the same way but different. My brain, if I hear any like major medical thing at all, has a really hard time believing that it will be okay. Like I'm more apt to go like the negative route than like my wife
Yeah.
would, or other people that don't have like those traumas would, just because I had early life experiences of people getting sick and it
Mhm.
not going well, which reaffirms this idea of like I just have like a little faith in like things. So anyway, I get like immense anxiety about it. So even though
Yeah.
I was being as positive as possible when we would talk about this, my anxiety was like constantly preparing me for the worst. Like my brain was literally going like about how I'm going to like fall apart if like something happens to you. Like, and that's awful. And I hate to even say that to you,
Yeah.
but like it's just those are the kinds of things that were going through my head that I
Yeah.
feel like, not that like other people were probably also worried about that, but I feel like most people, like even Blake seemed like very confident you were going to be fine. Like, you know, like I
Yeah.
think most people felt that way, but I anxiety is just like, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. So, um I thought that would be interesting to talk about just because
Yeah.
it's like
Well, and it's funny because you say that, and then like not just you, but like my family and like Dan and
yeah,
stuff. It's like I feel guilty because I know it's a lot of pressure and like a lot of anxiety that
yeah.
I'm putting on them. Like it's not me, obviously. Like
Right, right.
I
It's
didn't
not.
cause
Yeah.
my heart issue, but
No.
it's like there's a
Yeah.
lot of like pressure and like I
Yeah.
guess that's the best word is like pressure because it's like um it's like man I got to be okay because you know
Well,
if I'm
yeah.
not that's gonna really
Yeah.
really be awful for the people that I love
Yeah.
and who love me and I'm like I'm super grateful
Yeah.
but I even talked to my friend Casey about it like beforehand I was like whenever I was 16 having open heart surgery I don't want to say I had like nothing to live for but like
Yeah.
um, I was so depressed because again, it was like all these health issues. I knew I was gonna have to have like hip replacements. I was having the heart surgery. I'd had multiple eye surgeries. I had gone more blind. Like I was at the point where I was just like, just take me out. Like if
Yeah.
you're gonna take me out now.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm under, I can happily go peacefully. Like when I'm under anesthetics, I won't feel anything and I'll just go.
Yeah.
So like compared that to now where I'm like, I have a house, I had kittens on the way, I have a boyfriend, I have like I have a
Yeah.
great job, you know. I was like,
For sure.
oh God, like this is gonna be the time that you fuck me over.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's just like my anxiety of like the
Yeah.
universe. I'm like, what do you got planned now? Like, you know, I'm just like, don't you throw
Yeah.
anything else at me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really scary because again, I was like compared to last time, I was like, damn it, I have so much to live for now and
Yeah.
I'm enjoying life. And then of course, because I'm enjoying life, I'm like, okay, cool, let's throw open heart surgery in the mix of all of
Yeah.
this. So
Yeah.
I really feel like it's like life is like, I'm gonna give you a balance of like shit you have to deal with, but then also you know, you're gonna push through, but like also it's very anxiety ridden because I'm constantly just like, oh, is this gonna go a certain way or
Yeah.
is it
Yeah.
all gonna work out? Because like you said, like in the past, we've experienced it not working out. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like other people that haven't experienced that are just like, why are you so scared? It's gonna be
For
fine. It's
sure.
like,
Literally.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be okay.
No, and you brought up something. I know like we've talked about that a little bit before, but like the mindset difference, right, between
Yeah.
late teens and now. Like, and that's part of what I wanted to talk about today too, that tied into health, was like some of my previous health issues and like eating issues and phobias and fears. Because for one, like I've always felt weird about the chronic illnesses and issues that I've experienced because they're very directly tied to my brain and my mental state. Like, if
Yeah.
I'm upset or anxious, I have trouble eating and with my stomach and taking care of myself, to the point that, like, I have a hard time doing daily tasks if it gets really bad. But again, it's only circumstantial. Like, if I'm
Yeah.
healthy and doing well and not anxious, I'm totally fine. And I feel like I don't have some kind of like debilitating thing going on. So
Yeah.
I've always kind of wrestled with that because I'm like, sometimes I feel like I'm being dramatic because it doesn't
Yeah.
feel like it's not like a daily, it is a daily battle mentally, but emotionally,
Yeah.
like physically, it doesn't always become a problem. So, but I felt that way well, really from the time I flipped into my teenage years all the way to a few years ago. I had really bad stomach problems, and it was all tied to trauma and anxiety.
Yeah.
I still have them, but they don't flare up as much and they're more
Yeah.
manageable. But
Well, and you
yeah.
learn, like, different managing tactics too.
Yes.
The
Yes,
older
when you
you
don't know
get, I
what's
feel like
causing it, how do you get it to be better?
yeah.
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 Yeah, for sure. And I know what you're talking about when you get like for me, I felt like because no matter what I did, no matter what I tried, I could not get my stomach stuff under control. And I got to the point where I was just like, I don't want to deal with this anymore and I feel hopeless.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until, and I think I may have talked about this a little bit in the past. I don't know. I know I did on a Toasting Norks Talking Mental Health episode that is coming out later. If it's scheduled, I'll put it in the cards. But if not, just keep an eye out for that, guys. But basically, like I got to the point where um I was really tired and exhausted. I was barely eating, and I fell asleep on the couch, and I got like a flash of like what my funeral looked like, and I just knew it was mine. Like it was like a sign. Like it wasn't like because I just saw like a casket and like a wreath and like all that stuff, but like it for some reason it just resonated with me that that was like, whoa, wake up, you need to get help.
Yeah.
So I literally like grabbed my chest, like gasped when I got up and was like, oh my god. So I ran and told my mom, I was like, I need you to help me find a therapist. I don't care. Like, I need help. I can't do this on my own anymore. And so that was a big breaking point for me. But I felt the same way where, like, when you're sick and miserable all day, every day, no matter what you try to do,
Mm.
nothing helps. Like, you don't enjoy life, you know? So when you've
Yeah.
lived like that for a while and then you find healing and you do find things that at least make it manageable, it's not like it all goes
Yeah.
away, but you learn to live with it or you learn to manage it, whatever, and then you get to like a good place. It's kind of scary that you ever felt the other way because you're like, well,
Yeah.
shit, I don't want that to like, I don't know. It's almost like this OCD thing for me. I'm like, what if me feeling that then makes karma come back and take it now? And just stupid magical thinking that's not like, not
Yeah.
realistic at all and not how the universe works, but like, it's like, yeah, the way
It's
time
something, yeah,
flows, it
that
just
you're like
feels more recent than it was that I felt that way. You know, it's
yeah.
like it was such a big emotion that like I still
Yeah.
remember what that feels like very clearly, even
Yeah.
though it's been like 15 years, 10, 15 years, probably 10 years since
Yeah.
it was bad, but yeah.
Yeah. And that, like, again, because I was young, like we were both young going through all these like
Yeah.
mental health and health issues. Um, like it's so awful being at because I have to go to the children's hospital. It's a whole thing. They can't transfer me over to somewhere closer for infusions, but I have to go to the children's hospital. It's a few hours away to get these infusions once a week. And that's another thing. I'm just like, is this stupid? Is it worth it? Should I even be doing this? Like, am I wasting my time? Because it's 4 hours that we're there. So it's like
Gosh.
an 8 hour day, like going
Man.
there, coming back, sitting there. And so, yeah, it just feels like a time waster. And then
Yeah.
also on top of that, while I'm there, it's like I hear all these like screaming kids.
Yeah.
Just like, and I'm just like, God, they're just being tortured. And
Yeah.
it's so heartbreaking because like, I've been through it. And
Yeah.
so, I think other people like would try to be like, oh, other people have it worse, other kids have it worse and stuff. But like,
Yeah.
I feel so bad because, like, when the kids are screaming, I'm like, I feel them. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no, they're completely valid for like crying like that. Because I feel
Yeah.
like the nurse is like, it's okay. And I'm like, I just want to stand up and be like, shut the fuck up.
Honestly.
Like, it
Yeah.
isn't okay, honestly. It
It's really
sucks. Like,
not. It's not okay that anybody should have to go through that, let alone children,
yeah, so,
like
like,
that's
all these kids and stuff,
yeah.
like, it breaks my heart, like, every week when I have to hear them, like, cry, I'm like, "Oh my god." Like, I just
Yeah.
wanna go and just, like, run away with them.
Yeah.
I'm just like, "Nope, we're going to the beach somewhere," or something, like
Yeah.
and, like, I think it's too, like, heartbreaking hearing their parents as well,
Yeah.
because like, it's hard on them.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so, like, I don't know, every week I'm just like I'm just I feel like I'm just like, "This is hell." Like, this is actual
Yeah.
hell, having to sit here and, like, listen to all these other kids get traumatized because 'cause I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, cool." Like,
Yeah.
um, it like, we talked about, like, you feel crazy some days because 'cause you're like, "Oh, I feel great," and then some days you're
Yeah.
like, "I feel like crap." So it's like those tactics, you do learn and, like, you kind of adapt to it, but it
Yeah.
just, I think, makes me sad to have to know, and I'm sure you feel that same way with, like, the trauma you experienced, like,
Yeah.
you have to know that, like, kids are actively going through stuff like that, and you're just
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god," like,
Yeah.
you just wanna somehow save all these kids from having to deal with what we had to deal with.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
And that goes for like a lot of different traumas, and I think it's because we know that like they're going to have to unpack that the rest of their lives,
that's
probably.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's not, if you don't get that perfect fresh start from trauma,
yeah,
you're gonna be living with it for a while, and you will either crash out and cope horribly and
that's
not deal with it,
yeah,
or
yeah,
you'll have to deal with it, but that's hard too, especially at first. And that's the thing, like when it comes to therapy and stuff like that, I have so many people tell me that like they like the idea of it, but it's just too hard, it's too triggering. There's a lot of people with PTSD that tried it and they just got so triggered that they're like, this just made me worse. So and it does at first. That's the thing. It does. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah. And
yeah,
like I didn't love it either when I started unpacking this stuff, but my god, I cannot imagine if I hadn't. You know what I mean? And that's
yeah,
just like that's where I'm at with it now. Again, like you
yeah,
can also get shitty therapists, and I think that'd be fun to talk about at some point. Um
yeah.
is, I definitely have a story on that. I think it would be really good for Too Short to Care. I think I'm going to eventually talk about it
Yeah,
on Toasting Norks Talking Mental Health too. But um, yeah, finding a good therapist obviously is important. And, if you find one that you get some red flags with, obviously leave and go somewhere else.
see,
Um,
I've had terrible
yeah,
luck, like, with scheduling and, like, just yeah, so,
yeah,
yeah, I'm like, I would love to do therapy, but, like, I
yeah.
feel like every time I go to do it and, like, try to schedule, it's like something happens, and I'm like,
That happens a
I
lot. Yeah,
yeah, and so, like, already I'm dealing with all kinds of other doctors. I'm like,
yeah.
"I'm
And
fucked up." Like, I know that,
yeah,
I don't need to talk about it right now,
no, that's
which
fair.
is awful, don't be me, don't do what I do, but I'm just like
No,
I like just yeah, I was like, I know my life's fucked up right now. So
yeah,
I'm like, I'm gonna try to um self-reflect and do my best with that until I
yeah,
can get
for
into a good
sure.
therapy.
No, for sure. I mean, honestly, like, I can't tell you the amount of people I've heard be like, yeah, I tried like 3 times, and every time, like, they would miss the appointment or they wouldn't reschedule me. And I'm
Yeah,
like, that leaves a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths because,
yeah,
man, like, that's not, and it sucks. It's like
yeah,
everything else. It's like you wonder sometimes how some of these people get licensed. Like,
yeah. Yep.
because yeah, but again, that extends beyond therapists.
Exactly.
Yeah, full stop. um but yeah, like honestly for me though, like if I hadn't unpacked a lot of these deep-seated traumas, regardless of what path you take, right, for me it was trauma therapy that
Yeah,
helped me a lot, and it is still I still at least stay in maintenance therapy for that because it's just constant. It's like
yeah,
I never reach a point where I'm like, I don't need a little bit of that guidance.
yeah,
Personally, that's just me. But because it just takes years and years and years to unpack it all, and it is a lot of work, and it's hard to do it on your own, in my opinion. Because when I'm outside of therapy, I have a really hard time like working on it outside of it. Like during it, I'm good, but then I leave, and I'm like, sometimes I don't think
yeah,
about it till the next session. I need to do more in between because but it kind of keeps me a little bit accountable, I guess, to work on some of these things. But all of that trauma for me, when it internalized, it like destroyed my body. It literally just
yeah,
like made me sick. And there are so many people that get sick with their stomach and they go to the doctor and the doctor can't find anything wrong with them. It's probably your mind and
yeah,
causing it. Like it, I mean, it really is a thing. And like people it's kind of annoying too because people will be like they've always, and you know this, and it's happened to you
Yeah.
too, always comment on my size, like, and it's
Yeah.
like, and they'll be like, you need to eat a cheeseburger and like whatever the hell. Yeah, so it's just like it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But dealing with like people's comments about you, I remember feeling like I hated the way that my body looked. I hated that I was underweight and like felt like a rack of bones and that people probably thought I was like using or something, you know what I mean? Like there's like I'm like what are people thinking when they look at me? Like they think I'm just like choosing to not,
Yeah.
enjoy food because it's not my choice. This is my body like just hates it.
Yeah.
Rejects it literally. But it's interesting the things people will say to scrawny people, I guess because they
Yeah.
genuinely think um skinny is a compliment. It's not. It's not.
Yeah.
Like it's really not, especially if you're like criticizing someone and it's
Actively
like
going through, yeah, like
yeah.
what you went through. Yeah.
And people do say things about people's weight like on the opposite spectrum, sure. But a lot of the things they say to scrawny people, I swear to you, they would not say that to someone on the flip side. Like they would not be like, you eat too many cheeseburgers. Like most people wouldn't talk like that, right? Like, but they think they
Unless
can
you're in
just
my
say,
TikTok lives.
yeah.
I get called fat all the time on there. I'm like, thanks, guys.
Seriously, that's crazy, dude. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like the time
But
that they were like, you guys do you guys brush your teeth? I'm like, are you just saying that because we sound country? Like, shut up. Like, ugh.
we're from Appalachia.
Yeah. Yeah. For real.
Yeah. The
Um,
the one
yeah.
thing that used to get to me was like my skin. Because my skin used to just be like it looked like I was sunburnt like all the time. And it felt that way too. And that was the worst part was like feeling that. But I would go in public and old men would be like, "You need to put on sunscreen." And I'm like, I'm gonna murder this man. My mom would be like, "Alyssa, walk away. Walk away."
It is insane to me that some random old men think they can just like talk to people like that. They can just like go up to them and say things about their appearance. Like, what?
And now I'm to the point where I'm like, I would be like, "I have a skin condition, you asshole." Like, but like, I knew whenever I was like
Yeah.
in middle school, I would get in trouble for saying that. So I knew to
I
say
I kind of made a woman feel really bad once, and
as you should.
I feel bad. And then you know me, I'm not very confrontational unless it's
Yeah.
like real serious, and then I'll get a little snappy. But for smaller
Yeah.
things, I'm usually like a pushover. But I went to the courthouse for something, and this was like before I had got significantly better, so I was still probably pretty scrawny. And I held the door open for somebody just because they were really close behind me, and she was like, "Why this was what she decided to say? I don't know." But she was like, "I wish I was as small as you," and then she said something like, I don't know. There was some other like comment with it that made it like a little bit worse, and I was just like, I have like a health condition and I can't enjoy food, and she was just like, oh. And I was like, yeah, you don't really want to be like me because you'd hate your life.
No, but for real,
Yeah,
I have nurses who I get on a scale and they're like, "I wish I weighed 90 pounds." And I'm like, "Bitch, I'm
bitch.
4 fucking foot tall. What are you talking about?" Like, if I was 190 pounds,
Yeah.
that would be unhealthy. Like, what?
Dude, I
Yeah,
can't
I don't
believe
like,
that they even say that at the doctor. That's
that's
so
what I mean,
unethical.
like
Like,
I
nobody,
have, like,
oh my god.
nurses who have been
Yes!
like, "I wish I had 90 pounds." I'm like,
They
"Well,
should know
honey, you're
better.
6 foot tall, so
Yeah.
you would be dead.
You
Like,
would
what are
be
we talking
dead.
about here?"
Literally.
Like, what
Oh,
the
oh
hell?
my god.
Yeah,
That's
so, like,
crazy.
that's I don't know, like, stuff like that really does piss me off, like,
Yeah.
especially in hospital, because 'cause I'm just like, "Are
Yeah.
you stupid? Like,
Yeah.
you're taking care of me right now. I do not feel confident in that."
Yeah. No, I 100%, 100%. Like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. And I just the audacity that people have. It's wild. And when you're going
Yeah.
through the thick of it, like when you're really in the thick of it, it's just like shut the
You're
fuck up.
like,
Like the worst times of my life, it's always when they'd say it. It was always like
it's
when I was
always
struggling I didn't even want to go out. And you
Oh,
can predict it. You can feel it. You can feel when they're gonna. It's almost like how you can feel when a creepy man's gonna say something to you. You can feel when the like
yeah,
mouthy people are about to say something because you can see them look at you a
yeah.
certain way, and you're just like, okay, bitch, what are you gonna say? What you got for me?
Well, the crazy thing is I can't even see, but it's almost like the energy. Like you're just like
Well, yeah. No, it
you
is.
know, like the
Yeah,
mood
you can
shifts and
feel
you're
it.
like you
Yeah,
can feel it.
can
You just
literally
feel
feel
it.
it. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. No, it's a whole thing. And, you know, I don't wanna dive too much into it on this episode, but, like, my whole thing was like a cycle because it's like I had the IBS. I like to call it angry colon syndrome because people think that's really funny. But I
I
had
love
IBS,
that.
which basically just means something's wrong with your stomach and we don't know what. And then I also had emetophobia, which is the fear of throwing up. I still have that. It like
Yeah.
dominates a lot of my life. And I'm doing a Toasting York Sucking Mental Health video on it, but I think we could also talk about it in another episode someday in detail. But basically, that's debilitating because when that phobia really kicks in, and it happens to a lot of people who have OCD actually, which is interesting, and I did not know
Mhm.
at the time. But a lot of phobias like that do that are related to health, I think. But
Yeah.
um you gotta think about it like if I'm scared of being sick, if I get a stomach ache, I panic. So if this IBS flares up, then the emetophobia flares up, and it's this vicious cycle of like, and then if you don't eat for
Yeah.
too long, you also get a stomach ache if you don't eat. And
Mhm.
so it was just this, and anytime that I get under stress, it does get triggered again. But now I have like some medicines that help. I have resources. I know what I can and can't eat that'll help, and it doesn't
Yeah.
like get too bad, but I've lost like 7 pounds I didn't want to lose because I had finally gained a bunch of weight and felt comfortable. And it's not,
Mm.
I'm not anywhere near like a dangerous
Yeah.
level. I still look healthy. I'm still at a healthy weight, I think, but it's just like I didn't mean to. I wasn't trying to do that, you know? And then you're surrounded in a
Yeah.
culture where everybody's constantly like, I need to lose weight. I need to lose weight. And I wish I
Yeah.
could lose weight. And it's like, but it's not the same though if you're not trying to. It's not like it's
Yeah.
not exciting for me. You know what I mean? It's just it kind of
Yeah.
it sucks. So it's like I bought like protein powder. I've been drinking protein drinks every day to make sure I like get enough
Oh,
calories even if I can't eat everything and just trying
yeah.
really hard to like it's an active, it's like I hate to make this comparison because I don't know what it's like to deal with addiction, but how they say it's like even when you're recovered, it's a lifelong battle. That's how it is with eating
Yeah.
issues. I mean, and medical
Yeah.
professionals will even tell you that, but like
Yeah.
OCD stuff like that, like you can get better with it and like make it
Yeah.
manageable, but it will always be there under the
Yeah.
surface, just
And
rearing its
see,
head.
I realized I will binge eat, especially like at night.
Yeah,
And I didn't realize like until I got older. I always blamed it on prednisone when I was younger, and then I
yeah,
stopped taking prednisone ever since I was like 16, and I
yeah.
still do it. I'm like, oh, it was never
Like, wait a
prednisone.
second.
But it really like
Yeah.
I really do. I like binge eat, or then like when my anxiety's bad, I can't eat hardly. And
Yeah.
there was a time where I did lose a lot of weight, and people are like, "You look so good." I'm like, "Thanks." I
Yeah.
haven't eaten like yeah, like I'm like my
That's
stomach hurts all the time. Like
yeah.
so it's awful, yeah, the culture that we live in because
Yes.
I feel like when I'm the healthiest and stuff, like
Dude,
I have a little extra weight. But
listen,
yeah, whenever
I'm gonna tell you, I feel like an asshole sometimes because I know for a fact that there are people that have worked really hard to lose weight and they probably would like you to compliment it. I refuse to unless they bring it up. I don't. I don't. I do not say, "Oh, wow, you look." I don't give a shit. If they want me to
yeah,
compliment, if they start talking about how they've been trying, then I'm like, "Oh, cool. Like, good
yeah,
for you." I still wouldn't
yeah,
say you look great or whatever. Honestly, I don't think I would because I've seen that happen so many times when people lose
yeah,
weight and then it like triggers like a mindset or it can trigger an eating disorder
yeah,
for some people and I'm like I'm not about to contribute to that. I'm not saying like again
yeah,
like that's a whole conversation I don't even want to get into the ethics
yeah,
of honestly, especially as a scrawny person. I don't really have a horse in the race, but I do just want to say like I feel like a jerk sometimes because I can tell like it's probably something I should be maybe like nice about, but I just feel like it's not I don't know. I think the person looked beautiful before they lost the 40 pounds. I don't care. Like that's just how I feel. And like if they're happy about that, I'm happy for them. But like,
Smart if they mention like, oh,
yeah.
like I've been working out and I lost weight. Be like, okay, yes, girl, like, get it,
Yes,
you
like a
know. But
generic, like, yeah, you go, girl. Like, yes, yes. There's like ways to address it without
yeah,
putting like a bad like,
yeah,
yeah. So anyway, that's
yeah,
why because I don't know. I just hate the like that type of appearance stuff. It's not like if someone dyes their hair, gets a haircut, you can't point it out like, whoa, I like your new hairstyle. It's but stuff about like your physical body. I don't know. I just don't know why
yeah.
people comment on
Like
it.
things
I
to be
guess.
changed. Especially both of us too short to care. Like people always comment, they're like,
Yep.
"Oh my god, your height is so cute," and I'm like, "Thanks, I had nothing to do with that. I just stopped growing." And then people
I
are like,
just
"Oh, you don't
stopped
like being
growing.
short?" I'm like, "No, I can't
Yeah.
reach shit that I wanna
Yeah.
reach."
Yeah.
It's very debilitating
Yeah.
actually. But, like, people
Yeah.
comment on it as if I was like, "I choose 4'3". I choose
Yeah,
this
I
height, and
just like
I don't wanna
stopped
grow
there. I
anymore."
was like, okay, those growth charts we had growing up? Did you ever use the growth charts on the wall? It was like I just marked it with a red pin and instead of the black pin one day, and God was like, oh shit, she's done. Okay. Like he's like,
I said,
she marked
"My
this thing
height."
up. This is she capped out at 4'10 3/4. And yeah, my little cousin's 10 and she's just passed me on the height, and I'm
Yeah,
like, dude, that
yeah,
was coming, but whatever. Um,
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah,
know.
people comment on that, and I'm just like, "Okay." Like,
Yeah, I
thanks.
never know. I'm so used to like I yeah, I'm so used to like the negative comments that sometimes I'll make the joke myself before somebody else can just because I'm afraid they're
Yeah,
going to make it. Even though like most of the people I hang around now are like so respectful and nice, they wouldn't even think about
yeah,
commenting on that. Now, if I
yeah,
meet somebody and they're like really tall and they're like, "Whoa, I didn't realize how short you are." Like that wouldn't really bother me that much because it's just kind of
yeah,
like, yeah, whatever. I've had people tell me
yeah.
that they think from pictures I look tall and they meet me and they're like, "Oh, I didn't know you were short." And I'm like, probably just because I'm scrawny and you think scrawny equates with tall. That's like I feel like that's just a stereotype. Honestly, like I don't know what that is, but it's a
True,
thing. I don't
true.
know. Anyway, like whatever, like not the end of the world. But when
Like,
people start being
I
like, "You need to
think
eat
with
a cheeseburger," I'm like, "Shut the fuck up, Grandpa. Shut up." My God,
shut
I
up.
don't like beef. Okay, I don't eat cows. Leave me alone. God. Ugh.
Let her live her life.
Yeah. Just minding my own
Um,
business.
you talking about pictures, Dan, when we first started talking, this is off topic, way off topic, but um,
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
I was like, I'm very short, and I was like, I need you to understand how short I am. I was like, how tall do you think I am? And he's like 5'3". I was like, no, we going a foot shorter than that, buddy. Cause like I
Yeah.
never wanted to be that person that like met up with somebody and they're like, what the fuck? Like, so I was always like, I'm very short, guys. Like, don't come for me if you can't handle 4'3".
That is so funny, Alyssa. I mean, no, that's fair. That's totally fair. Like, full disclosure. Yeah, no, that's smart. I mean, I get it. Well, because, like, God, who wants to meet up with somebody and see them react poorly? I'd rather just let them, like, process, and if they still,
I'm like, don't even put
yeah,
in the energy. I'm
yeah.
blind. I'm tall. I come with a disclaimer.
Just a whole page of disclaimers. I probably should have came with a lot more disclaimers than I included with Shayna, but here we are. She found out the hard way.
This is
Um,
this is my trauma.
yeah. Here's a
Here's a
book.
background
Here's the
check.
whole yeah. Oh, it's the whole thing. Okay, well, honestly, we've had such a good episode so far. I know we have Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah,
If you feel like you're ready to talk about that, I'm gonna try to remember
yeah,
the few points I had because we both watched it a while ago, guys. At this point, usually I think we watch it closer to the episode, but I think it's been over a
yeah.
week now since I watched it. So trying to remember, I think one of the
I do
main.
know.
Oh, go ahead. Yes.
I was gonna say I do know it starts out with like the girls walking through the woods,
Yes.
and they're
Oh,
like,
Yes.
They're all like freaked out because they hear somebody like
Mhm.
walking behind them. And like in that moment, I was like, okay, like if I was in their situation, right?
Yeah.
They've already let a lot of shit go.
Yeah.
I would have been calling the FBI. Like, I
Oh,
got a stalker. Somebody knows some shit about me. Because all of the
100%.
stuff that Allison knew about them, it wasn't like they like you know, like I don't know, they didn't do anything like too crazy other than
Yeah.
the Jenna thing. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm like they're just like, oh no, someone's stalking us in the woods. I'm like, girl, like your
Yeah.
friend died, and y'all are
Yeah.
just like, oh no, what do
Why are
we
you even
do? I'm
going
like,
into the woods when your friend
what
got
is
murdered and we don't know who the murderer is? Why would you go into the woods, like, by
so as an
yourselves?
adult, I'm like, oh my
God.
god.
As an adult, this is the whole exactly how I feel about this show all the time is as an adult now because okay, this is kind of funny, but in that scene when Hannah's like, "Hello?" and Spencer goes, "It's probably just a rabbit." And Hannah's like, "Hello?" And Spencer's like, "It's a rabbit, Hannah. It's not going to talk to you. Or it's not going to answer you." I thought that was so funny in high school. And I still think it's a little funny, okay? But like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
amount of funny I thought it was back then compared to now, like I thought that was just hilarious. Like
Yeah,
the funniest
you're
thing
like
ever.
peak comedy.
Oh,
Peak
peak
comedy.
comedy, 100%. And like, yeah, the dumb blonde girl trope, like, hello,
Yes.
So anyway, it
And
was just, yeah,
Hannah legit has become my favorite character because
I
she
love
is
her.
so funny. I think
She's
she
really funny.
brings like all of the humor. Everyone else is very dramatic, but
Yeah.
like Hannah is
She's
just
real
like the
all the
comedic
time.
relief.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm just like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
so glad you're here, Hannah.
No, she's grown on me a lot too, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, same. Uh yeah, that was one of the funniest things to me than just the fact that they were in the woods. I'm just like, okay. And then is this the episode is this episode after the photo booth or of the photo booth? I can't remember. I think this is the photo booth episode, isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Think so. That's what
Yeah.
sucks is I only rewatched the first part of the episode.
I think it's the
Um,
photo booth because I know that in the beginning, um, Ben and Emily for a hot second are still together, and then Toby
yeah.
comes into the locker room and saves her from his
Mhm.
creepy ass. And then her and Maya go to the party together, but she broke up with Ben. So yeah, that's when the crazy photo booth thing
Okay.
happened, which was like that was when I had my gay mental breakdown was during that because I realized
When it
that like lesbians didn't have to look like Ellen and it blew my mind. I'm not even kidding. This was my thought process,
no, I
okay?
believe you. I
And like
believe you.
but it was then when I actually saw them kiss, it just like blew my mind and I was like low key
Aw.
homophobic. I was like, no, like that's you can't do that. And I was like
You
trying to
can't
pretend to be
you can't do
homophobic and I was
that.
low key like, can you do that? Like that sounds like So that was pretty
We were
funny.
gonna
So
rename this episode, "The Gay Kiss," right? Is that what you said? Because Noelle's like, "Is this the gay kiss episode?" And
yes,
I
this is
was
the
like,
yes, episode is
"We
it
have to
episode 3? Is
rename
that what we're on or 4? I can't remember. But
3
yeah, 3. This is the gay kiss. Yes, the gay
the gay kiss." That's what we're
the
renaming
first
that.
gay kiss I ever saw, and I probably God, when did Pretty Little Liars come out? Was it 2008 or was
I
it
don't
not
even
that
know.
early? I don't know. PLL. Let's see. Release date. Let's see. I want to see. It was 2010. Okay, so in
Okay.
2010, I would have been 15 years old. So I was a little bit older than I thought I was when it came out. I thought I was a little bit younger than that. But yeah, so I was 15 realizing all of that, guys. That's how sheltered in this area that I was. Just like never really had seen like proper gay women, gay men all the time. There was always representation of gay men in media. There's always the gay best friend that would
Yeah.
go shopping with you, the stereotype, but there was no
Yeah.
authentic women,
Yeah.
uh yeah, women that were gay and the so yeah, that was a big one for me back then, and then seeing
Yeah.
it again was just kind of funny because it was like, of course, now that we know what we know, which we can't
Yeah.
talk about if they're watching it with us, which I don't even know if anybody is, but I'm gonna pretend because who knows? In
Yeah.
10 years, somebody might find this podcast and decide to watch it with
Exactly.
us. Um,
Exactly.
but it makes sense that like A just instantly came and grabbed the photos because it's like okay, but also like even when you know who A is, when you do know who A is, because that's just the whole thing within itself.
Yeah.
Like, A can't be everywhere at once, but they can be in the show. They really can be. Like, it's just like,
Yeah.
which I guess they probably have minions and stuff, but still, I don't know.
And I love the flashbacks, I do have to say.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah,
flashbacks and it's such a soap opera show,
so much.
because it's like the Jenna thing. They're going like a flashback to the Jenna thing, which by the way, I have to pull this out. This is my picture
Oh my
that I have
gosh!
of Jenna.
Did she sign that one?
Yes,
Oh, that's cool. I don't even remember what
I
I had
found
her
this.
sign. That's awesome. That's so
Um,
cool.
yeah, like the Jenna thing, they like flashback, I feel like so many times. And also I feel like there's like a few scenes that they flashback to, and then Byron cheating with Meredith,
Oh,
because Meredith is like, "Hi, Byron." And
yeah.
I wrote down a note and I was just like, Arya's dad. Ugh.
He's so gross, dude.
Just as bad as
Literally.
Ezra Fitz. We don't like either one of them.
Yeah, Arya just has horrible
um,
men in her life.
just terrible men in her life.
Yeah, the
But
worst.
yeah, when Toby shows up, it's so funny because it's so dramatic, and they're all like,
Yeah.
"It's Toby."
And then when like Emily, I had a hair stuck to my lip, so I literally wiped off all my lip gloss to get the hair off and then just reapplied it because I looked deranged. But um when Emily goes to thank him and as soon as she leaves, Jenna goes, why is she here? Why was she here? Or whatever. Like she controls him or whatever the fuck. And he's just like, you wouldn't get it. Or whatever. I don't
You,
remember what he said, but he said something like stupid, like it doesn't matter or something like it's not what you think. I think is what he said. It's not what you think.
I know, it's like, what the hell is going
Yeah.
on? And then her comment too, she was like, "Whisper, whisper, whisper. It's like Allison's still here." I was like, "Okay, Jenna, why you being so
Yes.
dramatic,
And then like
girl?"
the do 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 music has to play like every time somebody says a sassy line, and you're just and the girls have to look like deer in the headlights every time, and just like, oh my
You're
god,
like,
like it's so funny.
exactly.
It's so funny. And like I still get pulled in even though it's so tacky and I've seen it before. I'm
I
still
know.
like, oh, what is gonna like I don't know. Like it's just yeah, there's some psychology there with that show. But yeah, I can't try to think if there were any other things for that episode. I mean, I think there was a little bit. Oh, Wilden. That's how you say his
Yes,
name, right? The detective.
I
He.
think, yeah,
That's the episode where he did the thing where he literally like looked through Hannah's bag when he was at her
yeah.
house, and her mom was like, "What are you doing?" And that's when she found out he questioned her privately, and she was like, no, 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 this ain't happening." Yeah,
But
yeah,
also, I'm like, Hannah's again. Hannah's mom's like, "You shoplifted," but also this cop is
exactly.
like trying to blackmail you and
Yeah.
sleeping with me, and I'm like, okay, realistically,
Hmm.
we could have got the charges dropped for the sunglasses and fired Wilden. I think like we could have
That's
turned that
true.
in.
Oh yeah,
Like
she
her
should
mom
have
is just
just
like, yeah, her
yeah.
mom's just like, "No," and I'm like,
Yeah,
girl, like we
that's crazy.
leverage here. What are we doing?
Yeah, she was so dead set on like getting him to try to talk about the charges because even in the episode, she's like, "Have you heard back from the blah blah blah?" And he's like, "No, but I'm gonna ask him about it." And it's like, you don't even need to at this point. You don't even need to at this
Yeah, it's
point.
like, girl, just
Like,
be like, I'm gonna turn your ass in if you
yeah,
don't stop being weird. Yeah,
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 for real.
yeah,
Yeah. It was an interesting episode. I'm trying to remember. I think it ended with like showing A making like a whole wall of those photos from the gay kiss, the photo booth. Like just a whole wall of it with this like
yeah.
weird creepy music playing, and it's just like and honestly though, as a gay person and knowing what it's like to not be out, I have immense anxiety for Emily with
It's
that whole
yeah,
situation. Like holy
yeah.
crap, that's tough. Um because imagine, like, but also don't kiss in a photo booth when you know the pictures are being taken.
That's
I guess
I
their
know. I'm
thought
like,
process is we'll grab them really quick or whatever, but like, which
or
I know
I mean,
Maya
I
didn't
guess
care about.
were they drinking too and stuff? So like, I'm like, okay,
Probably that's fair. That's fair. We can give them some
judgment,
leeway.
but
Some leeway, yeah, just a
judgment
little
was a
bit.
little hazy there, girl. I get it.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's fair. That could be.
She got a
But
little
Emily did
sloppy.
panic pretty hard when the pictures like, where are the pictures? And Maya's like, who cares? Let's go. And Emily's like she's like, yeah. I'm like, I would probably feel the same way at that point of life, but
Yeah,
don't miss it though.
yeah.
That's just so annoying to have to deal with. But yeah, I look forward to more episodes and getting to see some more chaos. We'll see.
Yeah.
Next time. So guys, if you haven't started watching Pretty Little Liars with us, whether you already are a fan or not, you only have to watch one episode a month. I mean, come on. It's not that hard. I think it's on like,
Yeah.
was it Max
Disney
now?
Plus.
Or Disney Plus. Yes, sorry. They're all
Yeah.
bundled together, so I get them confused. But for us anyway, they are. Yeah, Disney Plus and also YouTube. Literally, you can watch scene by scene. People have them uploaded on playlists, and somehow it hasn't gotten
Wow.
taken down because it's broken up. So you can just watch through a whole playlist of like the whole episodes for free on YouTube
Oh,
too. I've done
wow.
that a few times on my phone. Just like I'll be working and I'll just like I'm gonna catch up on it like now and just kind
Yep.
of listen to it. So
Right.
that's also an option. So yeah, we will be on episode 4 next. So plenty of time to catch up and start with this now if you haven't. Okay, that brings us to our wrap up slash what we got going on in the content world chat, if anything. I don't know if there's like a better outro, honestly, because I feel like most of the people watching know usually what we're doing, but I mean, we can
Yeah.
always go over it, but like, I don't know, maybe we'll think of like, I think it'd be fun to do some kind of like, I don't know, maybe question at the end or start thinking of something to do at the end too, in addition to
Yeah.
this. So if anybody has any ideas, let us know. In the meantime, I might try to come up with some for
Yeah.
us to maybe like do. But what do you got going on content wise, Alyssa? I have seen some posts post surgery. There was one about Dr. Pepper that I really enjoyed. I was
Yeah, I
like, okay,
mainly just so unlike Noelle, I am not working for like the next few months. So I
fair.
have just had all the time in the world to like set and think about goofy content, but I've
Yeah,
not made as much
yeah,
because I'm also trying to recover, so I'm taking lots of naps right now, but I'm going live on TikTok more because
cool.
I where I get the incentives and stuff for going live,
Yeah.
it's pretty easy money, as long as I
Okay.
do it. So
Cool.
I've been trying to do that because I made
Sweet.
like $25 the other day just
Hell yeah,
for
girl.
going live. Yeah,
That's
just
awesome.
just went live. Yeah, so I was like,
I
hell yeah,
I need to re-download TikTok so I can see your lives if that's where you're going live at because I haven't
yeah,
had TikTok in a hot minute. I gave up on Not Repto's father on TikTok. The distribution was good, but just the growth of followers was just not
yeah,
for me. It's like the videos
yeah,
would do well, but the actual chant, like the page growth didn't go for me. So I gave
yeah,
up since I was doing better on Facebook and YouTube. And then my Instagram
yeah,
started getting a lot better
yeah.
out of nowhere because one video went viral and it has helped my
Isn't
spiral
it
content
weird?
so much on and it's easy in the Meta Business Suite because you can just cross post Facebook and Instagram. So I'm not
Yeah,
really doubling much workload, really.
yeah,
So I've been over there, but I like when I did have TikTok, I would get you're like the only person I follow on the Not Repto's Father TikTok almost. Like I follow a few people, but you're the only real like one of the only real people that I'm friends with that I follow. So it's easy for me to see your
amazing.
stuff. And
Yeah,
I love joining your lives. So I might have to re-download it just for that reason.
hell yeah,
I did do I need to do more of them. I did another mobile live as inspired by
yeah,
you. I think it was during your recovery. And I didn't have that much time. I had to quit after like 15 minutes, but it was like crazy. I was just working on content and I was like, I guess I'll talk to you guys while I make some memes or whatever. And
yeah,
like people like actually join those things. It's crazy to
yeah,
me. I'm like, I'm not even playing a game and I feel like I get more interactions when I'm not playing a game sometimes. I don't know what it is about those mobile streams, but
yeah.
yeah,
People are just
that's
bored and they're just like, "Oh, hi."
guess so.
Like,
Yeah,
they
just like
like
yo, what's
they
up?
like the connection of just knowing somebody else is, like,
Yeah,
live and interacting with them,
yeah,
so, yeah.
yeah. It's kind of cool. I guess it's like yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, I need to check those out. That's awesome. Are you doing? Do you have any like YouTube things planned? I know you've been cross posting some of your reels on YouTube, right?
I mostly just post reels, yeah, and then
Okay.
podcast, but I
Yeah.
really do. I wanted to take this time and like sit down and make a video, especially of like all the crazy shit that's happened this year.
Yeah.
I would love to sit down and actually like just talk about it, but
Yeah.
I think again we talked about therapy. I think it's
Yeah.
been really hard for me to like just digest everything because like last week I was literally like, what the hell just happened like this
Yeah.
year?
Yeah.
Like good things, crazy things, but I would
Yeah.
like to sit down and just kind of go over everything piece by piece because it has been a lot.
Yeah.
And it is very therapeutic to just sit down and talk about it. So I
Yeah.
kind of wanted to actually edit that together instead of doing a
That
live.
would be cool. Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
think, yeah, I could really be able to like just get out what I want to get out and then
Yeah.
edit whatever I don't want out of it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't
that's
know
really
if
my only
you
plan.
I don't know if you mind, but I would love to promote, even though they're older, I would love to promote the videos you already have on YouTube because you've always been
And
like, I love your videos. I love like when you talk and then just your funny little edits and like, I don't know, just like,
I love editing, but it takes like so much energy.
yeah,
Just for me, because where I can't see and stuff, I'm like, it
yeah,
takes me forever to get back in the groove of things. But again,
yeah,
where I'm off work, I'm like, okay,
yeah.
I'll try to make some videos and actually enjoy editing.
Yeah, and, like, where you have so much time off, you could even, like, binge a bunch of them and schedule them out and have maybe if you
Yeah,
got something like that, then you would feel even when you're working okay with doing, like, 1 a month because you're
exactly.
back in the
Yeah.
habit, you've pushed it out to
Yep.
where you because once you can always be ahead, it really does help. That has helped me a lot because I did, like, a binge, like, early 2025 when I started the content. I just, like, recorded a shit ton and binged a shit ton of content and got a bunch up
Yep.
and then got like a month ahead. And then so I was only having to record like once a week or so
Yeah.
because I was built out and I would just maintain that build out. And I'm doing that on Facebook a lot too with shorts and stuff. And it helps so much. It takes the pressure off because there's
Yeah.
nothing worse than like feeling like, oh, I didn't do it this
You
week,
have
therefore it
to.
doesn't
Yeah, yeah,
exist. You know, and then you're
yeah,
behind, and then it's like, so if you have like whatever that goal is, I mean, I think monthly videos are totally normal. I'm just crazy. I do
yeah.
2 a week, but and I did more
So
than
I
that
was
at
like,
first to build the channel, which is just psychotic. I don't understand how I
yeah,
did that now, but I think it's because now I'm doing so much short form stuff and smaller stuff with it, so it would be crazy for me to do a video every other day like I was doing, but once you
yeah,
build it out, right? Like people, like I said, that one person watched a video from like 7 months ago and it's like, "Oh,
yeah,
YouTube will still push them sometimes or sometimes certain people
yeah,
will find it later." So, once you
yeah,
build that like library, it helps a lot, but yeah, I highly recommend going and watching Alyssa's older videos. We even have a few older
yeah,
videos together. We had one on my channel. I'll have to see if it's still up because I a long time ago before I got back into it, I had privated everything like automatically and then I manually put some public again. I don't think that ours is private, but I think that'd be cute to have that one up where we
yeah.
talked about being short. I think on my I don't know, one of our channels we did something and then one of our channels we did something. I don't remember how we did it, but we have made content
we
way before the
we
podcast back in the
probably
day.
we probably have enough that we talked about being short on both of our channels.
Honestly, and
We
we
have
could do
so
it
many
again. We
weird
could literally
instances.
do it again. We will continue to do it here on Too Short to Care. And I want you to know that every time I say Too Short to Care, I think it's the first episode where I have you in there being like, and this is Too Short to Care. And like for some reason the way you said it is the way I say it when I read it now. I just see it and I'm like, Too Short to
And
Care.
I
It's like
still
this
in my head
fancy.
say too short to function, just so you know.
Honestly, honestly though, it's this I mean, same thing, different flavor, right? It
Same thing.
honestly, I do feel too
I
short
think
to
I have to
function.
say it that way because I'm like, I'm gonna fuck this up and I'm gonna say too short to function.
I mean, some of it's factually correct for us, honestly. Like, there are
True.
some
This
functions
is
that just don't work. Like like trying to reach
true.
things. Although I don't envy tall people because that shit looks scary. I've, like, stood up on a
Um,
stool next to, like, the height of, like, a tall friend before and been like, "Is this what you see all the time? This is horrible. I don't want that
I've done
much
that
power."
too. I'm like, I don't like this.
Mm.
I don't like
Yeah, I
this at
really
all.
don't like it. So, yeah, that's just that is my
Yeah.
opinion, hot take. Sorry, tall people, you're cool and you look
You know
cool and all
what?
that stuff, but I just wouldn't want to be you. what your
No,
first
I do
person
like being
POV.
short.
Yeah, like yeah. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I didn't even really I think I ended up blabbing about content, but the biggest thing I would say for Too Short to Care people, since it's kind of a separate thing, is if you like these, I do Toasting Norks Talking Mental Health, which is similar. I talk about mental health either by myself or with a guest while playing Spyro the Dragon. So if you like the stuff we talk about, whether you know Spyro or not, I would recommend that series on
Yeah.
YouTube. I'll put it in the cards somewhere. But yeah, otherwise just if you don't like Spyro, then you might just want to stick to this and maybe that.
Yeah.
And otherwise, most of you are here for Spyro and you're just happening to watch this. So um
Thank you.
yeah, that's pretty much that. And I will of course get this on Spotify as well. We need some love on Spotify. So y'all, if you're watching on YouTube,
Yeah.
Spotify, I probably should say that closer to the beginning of the video, but like follow us on Spotify, listen enough to rate us. You only have to listen for a few seconds and it'll let you give us a 5-star rating. I think you can review it too. That would be great to get it because Spotify will not push podcasts out until they get some love.
Yeah.
So would love to get some stuff over there on Spotify. But yeah,
Yeah.
otherwise, Alyssa, I'm good if you're good. I think we
Yeah.
had a really good episode today. Yeah, it was fun.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
And then next week, well, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
next week, but we'll be live on my channel at some point.
Yes.
It's alternative call, so
Yep.
catch us there. If you have any questions,
Yep.
you can catch us there. And yeah, we'll
I'm
see you all next
excited.
time.
Yay! Awesome. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye!